So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Well, they've been getting to the foul line here an awful lot. The aggressive play really paying off.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps to put the mute button on the crowd. I mean, when you methodically score at the line, that can put those fans on their hands.
The 76ers trailing. Howard is out there with Noel. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Montgomery in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And it's Detroit's ball. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Well, they rolled them in that game, and it was mostly due to the big rebounding advantage they had.
Feeds it to Gray. Pass to Patton. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wolf, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And on the year, he's shooting an average number at the line, about 73%.
Now here's Beverley. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Kicks it to Howard. He dishes it to Noel. Shot clock at 6. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. The dude in their last matchup against the Bulls was simply terrific. He ended with 32 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. His output helped his team stay hot as they have been playing some great team ball of late.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Here's Howard. Tries yet again, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post.
Their rebounding has been outstanding, so important in a tight game.
The 76ers have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Well, you take a look at the numbers, guys. They're shooting 74% on the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And that one misses. Detroit leading by 3. Dinwiddie passes to Drummond. In low to Monroe. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The 9-foot shot, and the basket is in from Chan. The dude's got 11 points. Well, with that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pile.
Now here's Beverley, looking for his first basket still in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Reggie Jackson. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Pistons leading by 4. Dinwiddie passes to Chan. Shoots from 12. And Detroit again with the bucket.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now here's Beverly. His last outing, he had 8 points. Good on the shot. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Pass to Drummond. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Jackson drives in. Matthews with the steal. Pass to Chan. Here's Dinwiddie. The pass to Chan. The fader. Rebounded by Jackson. The 76ers trail by 4. He kicks to Embiid. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Embiid's got his second basket.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there. And keep
Okay, on defense, we're not even going to guard the three-point line. We are protecting the paint. No drives to the basket, no offensive rebounds. We own the paint. Now, let's go.
Anderson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Tony Roten comes in for Patrick Beverly. These are the guys you want on the wing when your team needs a 3. In the second half of the season, they're the top small forwards in the NBA from beyond the arc. And you look at the dude, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that, leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
Well, these guys are all constant threats on the perimeter. Shooting the 3 isn't all they do, but it's a lot of what they do.
And as small forwards, they can take it straight to the hole and get their points in close, too. I mean, all of these guys can hurt you inside and out. And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Left side, Jackson. Anderson kicks to Jackson. There's a screen. He feeds it to Roten. The 15-footer. A second chance effort. And it's Noel missing. Pistons leading by 4. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Chan. The three-pointer, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Here's the dude. 32 points for him last game against Chicago. 1:15 left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. There's the bucket. Good. Dinwiddie's got 5 now.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Howard's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And the Pistons making a change here.
Now we get a chance to check out Joel Embiid. He's definitely been getting the job done since the All-Star break. 2nd in rebounding, 5th in blocks, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
I think we should touch again quickly on his rebounding average, Steve. I mean, he's number 2 in the league in rebounding, and he does it with work ethic and tenacity.
The 76ers trail by 5. Jackson dishes to Roten. And here's Embiid. He's coming off a 22-point game against Atlanta.
Yeah, Kevin, he really set up shop at that foul line. I mean, they could not do anything with him defensively, and so they had to keep fouling.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Stuckey outside. Monroe the pass to Patton. Just 5 on the clock. No luck. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Anderson outside. Back to Jackson. Dishes it to Roten. Now the feed to Jackson. Drummond with the block, and they'll keep possession. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Pistons lead by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. Just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.